Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. Luna destroys a marriage, and Steffy loses it when Finn betrays his word. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna Nozawa will destroy their marriage because Steffy Forrester will lose it when John Finn Finnegan betrays a vow. Finn will be thinking about Luna the week of March 31st to April 4th. It's reasonable to say that ever since Finn learned her true paternity, Luna has hardly left his mind. Finn's abandonment of Luna, when she was only his adopted cousin, was one thing. Knowing that Luna is his biological daughter, Finn's deliberate abandonment of her is something else entirely. Naturally, Steffy was devastated to hear of Luna's pardon, so she looked to Finn to make sure he recognized the risk. When it comes to protecting their family, Steffy is depending on Finn to fulfill his protective pledge. Steffy has been frequently reassured by Finn that he is dedicated to keeping her and the children safe. But in reality, Luna is also Finn's child, and that has altered his feelings. Finn will therefore find it difficult to follow through on the commitment he made with Steffy over Luna. Finn has made an effort to keep Luna out, but if he is already compromising on his promise to Steffy, it is clear that things are not going well. Steffy yells at Finn in the BNB preview video for the week of March 31st to April 4th and sternly reminds him that Luna must not be around them or the kids. Finn's look makes it obvious that he isn't convinced that he should permanently cut Luna out of his life. As long as he keeps Luna away from Steffy, Kelly Spencer, and Hayes Forrester Finnegan, Finn may be hoping for a compromise that would allow him to date Luna. Unfortunately, if Steffy notices that Finn's viewpoint is shifting, that won't work. There will be a lot of turmoil since Steffy will not back down from a complete Luna ban. Things with Steffy are going to become worse the more Finn lets Luna into his heart. Finn's perspective will keep changing, which could ultimately have a terrible effect on his marriage. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Sheila Sharp will continue to make predictions about the family and work to assist Luna achieve all of her goals, including a genuine father-daughter relationship with Finn. Finn struggles to keep Luna away. The aftermath from Carter giving Forrester back to Ridge, Eric, and Steffy left us reeling last week. Steffy and Taylor danced and had a calorie fest to celebrate Taylor's victory. Seeing mothers and daughters in affectionate situations is always beautiful. Because of her intense response, some people questioned whether Hope had been cheating on Carter or if she was genuinely feeling deceived by the man she loved. Both may be true, according to some. Daphne, meanwhile, was holding out for an opportunity to catch Carter. By next week, we predict that they will be in love. There was some altercation between Hope and Brooke. We gushed about Thursday's show, which was written, acted, and directed by Heather Tom, who plays Katie. We also recommended that they all apply for a Daytime Emmy the following year. We are quite proud of that all-female episode. Steffy informs Finn, Luna cannot be anywhere close to us or our kids. You essentially let loose a madman, Liam informs Bill. Elektra shoves Luna and says, I am warning you to never come near Will or me again. Luna gives her a fierce look. Spoilers for Monday, March 31st of Bold and the Beautiful. Luna tries to court Will. Sheila receives an ultimatum from Deacon. Sheila and Luna plot against Will Spencer. Finn finds it difficult to live up to the deal he and Steffy made regarding Luna. Finn finds it difficult to live up to his deal with Steffy, who is daring and attractive. Hope conveys how heartbroken she is that Carter and Brooke have betrayed her. Holding her own, Elektra gives Luna a small shover to make her stay away from Will. An irate Liam is pushed to the limit by Bill. Hope receives an offer from Deacon. Ridge is asked to do Brooke a favor. Steffy makes the decision to speak with Bill regarding Liam. Finn divided, Elektra versus Luna, Liam and Bill's feud. A teaser clip for the week of March 31st, 2025, has been made public, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. It depicts Liam Spencer losing his temper with Bill Spencer. Luna Nozawa is shoved by Elektra Forrester. Additionally, Steffy Forrester Finnegan's demand divides John Finn Finnegan. Let's discuss the upcoming events in the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. Liam Spencer's furious argument. In the promo video for the week of March 31st, Liam is seen yelling at his father. There will be blowback now that everyone is aware that Bill concealed Luna in the mansion before obtaining her pardon. Steffy, Finn, Ridge Forrester, and Taylor Hayes have all already been dealt with by Bill. It will now be time for Bill's loved ones to confront him. Liam lashes out at his father, accusing him of unleashing a madman. Bill will, of course, insist on Luna's reform. The patriarch may even maintain that he would never intentionally endanger his family. Liam may think that when Bill kept his in-mansion recovery program a secret, he was doing just that. Liam can make Bill consider what would have happened if Kelly Spencer, Sophia Parras McKinley, had visited. In any event, Bill appears to be receiving a lot of criticism for his choice. The shove of Electra Forrester. She approaches Luna with Electra. Electra was probably informed by Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, about Luna pleading with him for sex. Electra will warn her adversary, despite the fact that it was frantic and a little unsettling. Electra requests that the antagonist avoid her and Will. But Electra doesn't end there. Electra shoves Luna firmly. Tested by Luna Nozawa. Next week's spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Luna will be put to the test. Can Luna truly control her innate need to kill, despite her best efforts to be a decent girl? When things are going well, it's simple to be kind. But will Luna maintain self-control after Electra shoves her? Divided, John Finnegan. Steffy will issue another warning to her spouse over with Shin. According to Steffy, Luna is not allowed near them or their kids. On the other hand, Finn's expression is conflicted. In what specific way does Steffy think Finn will prevent Luna from seeing their family? Wouldn't moving or obtaining a restraining order be more successful? Luna's intimate proposal and the Deacon's ultimatum. Finally, here is the Bold and the Beautiful recap for Friday, March 28, 2025. Sheila Carter Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, receives an ultimatum from Deacon Sharp in today's episode. Luna Nozawa, meantime, has a personal proposal for Will Spencer. Rants of Deacon Sharp. There is no justice in this world, the restaurant owner claims when Deacon lashes out at Il Giardino over Bill Spencer hiding Luna in his mansion. Will and Electra Forrester listen, and Deacon hopes the murderer stays away. The young man mentions needing some alone time when they get to their table, and Will proposes that they intensify their affair. The secret of Sheila Carter Sharp. Sheila and Luna are chatting at the flat, and Luna has already begun calling her grandmother. The pardoned murderer wonders how Deacon responded to the news, but Sheila hasn't yet told him. The villain adores Sheila's idea of finding Luna a nearby apartment, and when Luna discovers that her grandmother is only 9 toes old, Sheila promises to tell her the story someday. Sheila says her granddaughter can have anything she desires, and the repentant villain tells Luna that she is her blood and will do anything for her. Luna begins chatting about Will since she wants a hot boy, but they stop when they hear Deacon coming. The converted villain informs him that she has a grandchild, and they are so much alike. Deacon jokes about little Sheila, but Sheila smothers him with kisses when he enters so Luna may slip out. Deacon is informed that he already knows the girl at that point. The restaurant owner doesn't believe Sheila when she tells Deacon it's Luna, but Sheila clarifies that everyone already knows that John Finnegan is Luna's biological father. The woman claims that Luna is a part of her, but Deacon won't take it. Their desire is crazy good, but this is more than he can handle. Deacon starts to explode up, while Sheila tries to contain the damage. Sheila is now forced to decide between her granddaughter and her husband. The intimate proposition of Luna Nozawa. When Luna spies on Will and Electra in the pub, the released inmate bravely approaches their table to talk to Will. Luna says she's not a monster and apologizes for what she did. Luna comments that he's cute and that she should be in prison. Will believes she was spying on them at Bill's house as well. Luna adds she can be fun bad and isn't taking her second chance for granted. Will is such a loving son and friend, and Luna vows to be there for him. However, Luna wants to be his covert lover. Will simply shakes his head as Luna stands there feeling uncomfortable, suggesting that they have an intimate relationship without the friends portion. She will be discreet, and he can have her whenever he wants. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, March 31, 2025, hint that Sheila will have to learn the hard way that having a murderous granddaughter is difficult. Deacon puts his foot down with Sheila. Deacon Sharp is unable to cope. It comes as a shock to Deacon Sharp to learn that Luna is now his step-granddaughter, but he doesn't want her anywhere near him or his restaurant because he truly loved poor Hollis and Tom Starr, his two employees whom he considered his best friends and who were both killed by Luna Nozawa. Deacon is shocked by what he is hearing and tells Sheila Carter that she cannot stay with them. Sheila Carter fights for her new granddaughter, saying she is remorseful and has changed, and that she deserves another chance, just as she and Deacon have been given several opportunities in between prison terms. It will be a very difficult decision for Sheila, and it will also be a test to see how much, if at all, she has changed. Sheila insists that Luna has nowhere else to go, but Deacon doesn't care. He gives his wife an ultimatum: either they get married or her crazy killer granddaughter dies. Nozawa Luna takes action. Will Spencer looks at Luna as if she's crazy, but Luna persists in her attempt to entice him. Luna makes him an amazing offer: they can be friends, with benefits. She can have her own home and no one would even need to know when Will would visit. That would also mean luring him away from Electra Forrester. Electra is incensed when she sees Luna with her lover and tells the young woman bluntly that she should avoid Will. However, Electra is unaware of who she is dealing with and how dangerous Luna can be. Jacqueline McInnes Wood's character Steffy Forrester Finnegan is also aware of Luna's true identity. She cautions her husband that the girl cannot be a part of their lives, just like Deacon did. What percentage of people will actually be able to avoid Luna? Luna's unsettling desperation and Sheila's impossible decision. Here are the spoilers for Monday, March 31st, 2025's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Fans can anticipate that Sheila Carter Sharp will make a hard choice in the upcoming episode. Luna Nozawa will continue to beg Will Spencer for passion in the meanwhile. Let's discuss what will happen in the upcoming episode of the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. The demand of Deacon Sharp. Fans will get to see Sheila's response to Deacon's ultimatum on Monday, March 31st. Since Deacon has always been so good at giving people second chances, Sheila is optimistic that he will embrace Luna, who is already referring to the rehabilitated villain as Grandma. At one point, even Deacon was incarcerated. Deacon, however, will not feel sympathy or forgiveness for the girl who murdered Tom Starr, Clint Howard, and Paul Hollis Hollister, Hollis W. Chambers. Actually, Drew sets a boundary and tells his wife to choose. The unachievable choice of Sheila Carter Sharp. Deacon will do everything for Sheila because he loves her. When Sheila was on the run, Deacon even broke the law to hide her. When Janet Sugar Weber abducted Sheila and abandoned her for dead, the restaurant owner was the one who assisted in finding her. But everyone has a breaking point, and Deacon's is this one. It seems to me that Sheila will choose her granddaughter. Sheila may be devastated, but she is also aware that Penelope Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, consistently favored men over Luna. Sheila may therefore wish to avoid becoming the next person to do it. Luna Nozawa's hopelessness. According to upcoming episode teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna went up to Will at the restaurant. In reality, Will and Electra Forrester were present. But as soon as she was out of earshot, Luna pleaded with Will to have sex. Monday, March 31st. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Sheila's unthinkable choice, Luna's unsettling desperation. Luna first recommended friends with benefits. She then offered to simply be his plaything at any time or place when he rejected that notion. Will Spencer feel upset? Will believes Luna ought to be imprisoned and has absolutely no faith in her. Therefore, Luna will become more agitated the more he begs. Will is aware of Bill Spencer's assertion that Luna has undergone reform. Will, though, will not take any chances. Will probably shares what happened with Electra after the run-in with Luna. That clarifies why Electra shoved him in the weekly preview video. Although that makes sense, Electra may have simply set herself up for further harassment. Sheila is given an ultimatum by the Deacon. Would she listen to her husband? The most twisted love story on The Bold and the Beautiful undergoes a dramatic change as Deacon Sharp finally sets a firm boundary with Sheila Carter. This change could either end the toxic cycle or send the couple into even more sinister territory. Their improbable romance has always been a volatile mixture of deception, trauma bonding, and dangerous obsession. It started as an odd alliance of outcasts and developed into a real marriage. Sheila is forced to choose between the terrible patterns that define her and the one relationship where she has ever felt forgiveness, but Deacon's ultimatum, delivered with an unusually steely tone, implies he has reached his breaking point. In addition to whether Sheila will pay attention, the concern is whether she can actually change and what would happen if she couldn't. The weight of the ultimatum, last chance or no threat. Deacon makes a brutally straightforward demand: Sheila must permanently give up her violent tendencies, her cunning, and her obsessive need for control, or else she will lose him forever. This directly challenges Sheila's fundamental identity and goes beyond simply avoiding jail time or maintaining appearances. Sheila has been surviving for decades by controlling, assaulting, and destroying everybody who gets in her way. Her urge for dominance has contaminated even her love for Deacon, which is the closest she has been to a true connection. See, her fictitious death stunt, her meddling with Finn, her unrelenting vendetta against Steffy. Since he has a distorted sense of empathy due to his own troubled upbringing, Deacon, who has always been pragmatic, has endured more than most people, but his tolerance has its limitations. Sheila is forced by the ultimatum to face an existential dilemma: is it possible to love her without first making her fearful? The fact that Deacon has a history of assisting Sheila makes this moment so sensitive. He has been her willing hostage, ignoring warning signs, her apologist, she's changed, and her accomplice, covering misdeeds. His demand for her to change is just as much an admission of his own involvement as it is a call to action. Their previous interaction, in which Sheila offered him an ultimatum to prove his allegiance by helping her stage her death, is skillfully mirrored in the script, but the power dynamic has since changed. Sheila's urgent need for Deacon's acceptance gives him the leverage this time. Can a leopard change its spots at Sheila's crossroads? Sheila's contradictory humanity is what makes her such a brilliant character. Yes, she's a monster, but she really thinks she's battling for respect, safety, and love. Her trauma, institutionalization, rejection, and abandonment makes her vulnerable moments terrifyingly familiar, but it does not justify her behavior. There is a glimmer of truth beneath the deceit as she begs Deacon with tears, "You're the only one who's ever seen the real me." She finds Deacon's ultimatum frightening because, for the first time, someone is making love conditional, not on what she can make them feel, but on what she can truly become. However, history indicates that Sheila's ability to change is a myth. The moment she felt endangered, every redemption arc, her marriage to Deacon, her friendship with Finn, and her nursing career, fell apart. The show's creators must balance a tightrope of narrative. If Sheila gives in too readily, it exposes her decades-long portrayal as a psychopath. If she instantly backs off, it negates the significance of Deacon's development. A slow, messy disintegration would be the most intriguing course of action, Sheila attempting to reform but undermining herself, Deacon's optimism clashing with his cynicism, and their destructive codependency resurfacing in novel and unforeseen ways. What's at risk outside of their marriage? This is about the entire painting, not just Sheila and Deacon. Alliances could be rewritten by a changed Sheila. Think of her collaborating with Steffy to defeat a shared foe. Sheila's betrayal could lead to unimaginable destruction, finally fulfilling her threats to ruin the Forresters. The legal repercussions are also a major concern. Would Deacon turn Sheila in if she broke his terms? What about Finn, who adds another depth with his tumultuous relationship with his birth mother? The ultimatum is a lit fuse on a plot that has the potential to change the course of the show. It doesn't exist in a vacuum. Will she pay attention? The decision. Yes, in the near future, Sheila will probably agree to Deacon's demands, acting like the cunning manipulator that she is. But real change? Not possible. Sheila's misfortune is that she lacks the emotional resources to achieve her goals of improvement. When she eventually fails and Deacon has to make the decision to walk away, demonstrating that his ultimatum wasn't meaningless, the true drama will begin. Or does he justify her reversal, keeping them both stuck in the cycle indefinitely? There is no doubt that their story will continue after this ultimatum. it will become even more gloomy. Over Luna, Deacon, and Sheila hit the skids. Deacon Sharp and Sheila Carter's already shaky marriage is put to the ultimate test when Luna Nozawa's unexpected arrival in Los Angeles upends their bond, revealing the core issues and making both characters face difficult realities about devotion, obsession, and the boundaries of redemption. As Luna, a character with strong ties to both the Forrester and Spencer families, unintentionally becomes the trigger for Sheila's darkest impulses and Deacon's waning moral compass, this plotline represents a significant turning point in what has been the Bold and the Beautiful's most unpredictable and psychologically complex pairing. The Luna factor, the reason she sets off Sheila's declining trend. Young people, innocence, and a rightful claim to the family dynasty Sheila has spent decades attempting to subvert through violence and manipulation are all represented by Luna's arrival in Los Angeles. Luna is welcomed by both the Forresters and the Spencers, in contrast to Sheila, who has had to fight her way into acceptance, and is still an outsider. Her kindness and innate decency show everything Sheila can never be. Sheila's darkest fears are stoked by this contrast, which also reveals the falsehood at the core of her purported conversion and awakens her predatory tendencies. This confrontation is especially interesting because it reflects Sheila's historical grudges against Brooke and Taylor, two people who, in Sheila's perverted perspective, stole the life she felt she was entitled to. Despite her innocence, Luna ends up representing all that Sheila has been denied: unconditional love, a sense of family, and a position in society free from fear. Sheila's response, which starts out as subtle manipulation and progresses to full-fledged sabotage, shows that her marriage to Deacon has only momentarily repressed her disease rather than curing it. The Deacon's tipping point: self-preservation versus love. The true drama starts when Deacon reacts to Sheila's treatment of Luna. He must face the unpleasant reality that Sheila's love for him is merely another kind of possession after risking his reputation, and his freedom, on the hope that she may change. He is giving Luna an ultimatum to save what remains of his own soul, not only to defend a defenseless young woman. The way this plot uses Deacon's past as a weapon is what makes it so brilliant. Deacon, who was once a con artist himself, has always found the good in Sheila's behavior and frequently justifies her worst tendencies as survival strategies. However, even he is unable to overlook Luna's frailty, which is so evocative of hope at her most innocent state. For the first time, he draws an uncrossable line when he tells Sheila, "You touch her, and we're done," suggesting that his instincts for self-preservation may finally triumph over his addiction to their destructive relationship. The repercussions: short-term retreat or complete reversal? The key question is whether Sheila will continue to exercise restraint, assuming she does. Sheila doesn't back down when cornered, according to history. Instead, she reinvents. The riskiest scenario? Sheila may view Luna as leverage as well as a threat. She might use the young woman's life to set other characters against one another while keeping her own hands clean if she is unable to strike Luna directly without losing Deacon. This would be a horrifying development of Sheila's strategies: more psychological warfare, less physical force. Imagine her gaslighting Deacon into thinking his worries are paranoid, or comforting a frightened Luna while covertly causing her suffering. Because the show could finally examine the tragedy of what happens when a psychopath learns to weaponize restraint, such nuance would make Sheila more formidable than before. Extended consequences. The Luna dispute guarantees that Deacon and Sheila's relationship will never regain its prior balance, regardless of how this plays out. Either Sheila's obedience demonstrates that, for the first time in her life, her love for Deacon outweighs her nature, or Deacon is on a warpath against the entire universe that is next to Forrester after her unavoidable betrayal kills the last remnant of her faith. Both routes have the potential to be explosive. The former might result in a startling redemption story in which Sheila turns from a villain to an anti-hero. With Deacon as the wild card in the middle, the latter could finally give us the full-on Sheila versus Steffy matchup that fans have been waiting years for. Everyone experiences whiplash when Sheila Carter hits the skids, that much is certain. And this time, the spark that destroys the entire gaming board might be Luna's innocence.